Yes, sir. Sir, good afternoon, sir. Others can see where is. Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Hello. Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir. We can hear you. Hello. We can hear you, sir.
Can you?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's Kaustuv there? Okay. Sir, all the guests have joined, sir. Shall we begin, sir? All the guests have joined. Shall we begin, sir?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sir.
A very good afternoon, everyone. You can never cross the ocean until you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. With the quote by Christopher Columbus, again, a very good afternoon to everyone. I am Harish, batch of 2022, and I'm here to host this event. We welcome you all to this never before and ever after virtual inauguration ceremony of postgraduate diploma in management, hospital and health management 2021-23. It is my honor and I'm thrilled to take this opportunity to welcome our well-acclaimed dignitaries. Chief guest, Dr. Shyam Vasudev Rao, founder and director of Forest Health. Guest of honor, Mr. Kostab Basu, Executive Director, Management Consulting, PricewaterhouseCoopers. Keynote speaker, Dr. C.S. Kedar, Senior Advisor, IIHMR Bangalore, and former Director General of ESIC. Trustee Secretary of IIHMR Society, Dr. S.D. Gupta, our beloved Director, IIHMR Bangalore, Dr. Usha Manjunath, Associate Dean Academics, Dr. Kirti Uday, Associate Dean Training, Mr. Piyush Kumar, faculty and staff of IIHMR Bangalore, and our beloved students.
Can we have a big round of applause, please? Thank you. Having a place to go is home. Having someone to love is family, but having both is a blessing. And I am certain that IIHMR Bangalore is a blessing. Isn't it, Harish?
Yes, Suraksha, and welcome. I couldn't agree more. Every family has a story, so does the IIHMR family. Dear batch of 2021, you have joined the institution as new members, but we surely will be parting as friends. Light symbolizes brightness and prosperity. It removes the forces of darkness and gives us positivity. In spiritual world, light means life. We can also think of light as giving us a new direction in life. With this noble thought, let us start this morning by lighting the lamp. On behalf of dignitaries present virtually, I cordially invite our Director, IIHMR Bangalore, Dr. Usha Manjunath, Associate Dean Academics, Dr. Kirti Uday, and Associate Dean Training, Mr. Piyush Kumar, and faculty members to light the lamp and brighten the day.
प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकं भक्तावासं स्मरे नित्यं आयुर्कामार्थसिद्धये आयुर्कामार्थसिद्धये वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकम् तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकम् आयुर्कामार्थसिद्धये। लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च सप्तमं विघ्नराजं च धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टमम् आयुर्कामार्थसिद्धये।
Thank you to our revered dignitaries.
On this occasion, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our Associate Dean Academics, Dr. Kirti Uday. Dr. Kirti has 15 years of experience in healthcare industry and academics. She is a National Assessor for National Quality Assurance Standard under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. She is responsible for assessing public healthcare facility across India for quality. Dr. Kirti has also worked with key organizations like Kokilaben Dhirubhai Ambani Hospital, Max Healthcare, and Fortis Healthcare. Before joining IIHMR Bangalore, she worked with Fortis Healthcare as a head of marketing and as a member of Monilek Foundation. Now, I would request our Associate Dean Academics, Dr. Kirti Uday, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Suraksha. A very good afternoon, everyone. The hallmark of successful people is that they are always stretching themselves to learn new things. It is both an honor and privilege for me to present welcome address. Once again, a very good afternoon, everyone. We would have preferred to gather on this special day, but given the circumstances, doing what matters most. I would like to welcome respected dignitaries, guests, parents, faculty members, and dearest students to the virtual inaugural ceremony of PGDM batch 2021 of IIHMR Bangalore. It is a great honor for me to pronounce that today we are joined by Dr. Shyam Vasudev Rao, founder and director, Fortis Healthcare. We are grateful to him for accepting our invitation. Welcome, sir. I would like to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Kaustubh Basu, Executive Director, Management Consulting, PricewaterhouseCoopers. Thank you, sir, for gracious presence today to bless our students. I feel extremely proud to welcome our keynote speaker, Dr. C.S. Kedar, retired IAS, former Director General, ESIC, member of Governing Board and Senior Advisor, IIHMR Bangalore. Today's event would be marked incomplete without the blessing of our mentor, Dr. S.D. Gupta, Trustee Secretary, IIHMR Society. We are deeply honored to welcome you, sir, on this occasion to share us with your blessings. I would also take the privilege to welcome our director, ma'am, Dr. Usha Manjunath. Ma'am is a source of inspiration, empowerment, and encouragement for all of us. Welcome, ma'am. I would like to congratulate batch of 2021 on this exciting day. You are arriving at IIHMR Bangalore, and we are sure that this will be a transformative and life-changing new chapter in your life. You are ready to begin, to turn the page, to start fresh, and to redefine yourself, your life, to discover new passions, new friends, something new, but the most important, the new identity for yourself. You will also feel proud to be the part of vibrant, multicultural learning member of IIHMR family. I also want to share that IIHMR Bangalore curriculum, which you will hear more about soon from a panel of professor is one of the most thoughtful, interdisciplinary, and rigorous in the world. We highly focus on outcome-based education and ensure maximum industry exposures and practical learning for the students. We assure to all of you for a successful and innovative learning over the 2 years. Once again, warm welcome to everyone. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us.
A place is known by its leader. Similarly, an institute is known by its director. I'm extremely delighted to introduce the director of IIHMR Bangalore, Dr. Usha Manjunath. With over 20 years of experience as management faculty, ma'am has a unique experience in allied health, disability, communication, entrepreneurship, general and health systems management, research, and academics. She is a dynamic leader with interest in behavioral science, management, academics, consulting, and research projects. We are proud to be a part of an entity led by Dr. Usha Manjunath and take pride in its progress. On that note, may I now request our director, ma'am, to share her greetings. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Namaskar. On behalf of IIHMR family and our trustee secretary, Dr. S.D. Gupta sir, it's an honor and my proud privilege to welcome you all. Our chief guest for the day, Dr. Shyam Vasudevarao, founder and director, Forus Healthcare, Renelex, and RX DHP, and many more. Our guest of honor, Mr. Kaustubh Basu, Executive Director, Management Consulting, PwC. Our keynote speaker, Dr. C.S. Kedar, IAS, retired and former DG ESIC, and our senior advisor, member of our governing board, a big energy for all of us, and a great mentor. Welcome to all the guests. This is a very special occasion to welcome the new batch of students of our PGDM, Hospital and Health Management, batch 2021-23. This is very special to us. It is also special to you all and to the faculty, staff, senior students of PGDM batch 2020 and 22, parents, families, and many more who are there as well-wishers. A warm welcome to everyone. We all start somewhere. This is your new beginning. I congratulate each one of you and thank you for choosing us in shaping and guiding you for a career in management in health sector. Recession-proof, evergreen, sunshine sector, so many words to describe the sector. A very essential part of each one of us in our lifetime, one day or the other. Resources are limited. Managing efficiently, ethically, and effectively is key to serving all. Technology enables and transforms the services we all serve. Very exciting times and sad times too. COVID-19 has made us all to think, feel, and do differently. Technology and medical field has grown leaps and bounds in these 18 months, unbelievably so. This is a very special day to see you all, stars in your eyes, wanting to do so much, achieve so much. To greet you all, to say, let us buckle up, let us bring our passion and work hard to reach where we want to go. To assure you all, you're in the right place. We shall provide you with challenging opportunities for learning and growth. To let you know that wanting to become wealthy is quite right. Follow creative power, passion, instead of only money, and the money will finally follow you. Tell you Enjoy your 2-year learning journey. It's a luxury. Enjoy as well as learn and be the best. Your seniors have already done very well, and you will do too. Bring with you loads of energy, sacks of positivity, curiosity, and most of all, humanity. Way to grow for us all is science, technology, innovations, and humanity. It's all about people, planet, and profits. Welcome once again. I take this opportunity to thank all the dignitaries for being with us, to bless you all on your new journey, our students, faculty, and staff to carve out a new journey for our youngsters. Congratulations to you all and a hearty welcome. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us.
Up next, I feel honored to invite the chief guest of the day, Dr. Shyam Vasudev Rao. Dr. Shyam holds a doctorate in real-time embedded system, specializing in parallel computer architecture from Indian Institute of Science. He has worked with C.G. Smith, Ericsson, Tata Consultancy Services, and as Director of Technology at Philips. He was instrumental in devising one of the first hardware-based antivirus solution in 90s. His innovation Trinetra, an all-in-one eye screening device at Forus, has won several laurels like DST Logged Martin Gold Medal, Perimal Award, Sankalp Award, CNBC TV 18 Award, Samsung Innovation Quotient Award, NASCOM Innovation Award, and Anjani Mashelkar Inclusive Innovation Award for 2011. In 2016, IoT India Congress awarded IoT Thought Leader. In 2017, one of his innovative products at Forus Neo won the Marico Innovation Award. He has published more than 40 technical papers and filed more than 25 international patents with 5 US patent grants. I really feel proud and request him to enlighten us on this occasion. Sir, please share your wisdom and knowledge with our students.
So good afternoon and namaste for all of you. I would like to first congratulate the new batch, which is joining this esteemed institution, IIHMR. I have been associated with IIHMR for quite some time now and seeing that great work being done there. And every time I go there and meet Dr. Usha, I always ask her to give me a studentship there because there is so much I have to learn. I have been doing a lot of work, but not in the area of healthcare delivery. This is something which is very different as what I see compared to the other aspects of healthcare or pharma. Delivery is a totally different beast, I would say. And in IIHMR, you have the recipe and you have the knowledge which you are going to embed into each of these students who are going to come in. So healthcare has changed leaps and bounds, as you all know. The healthcare of yesterday, which was more called sick care, is now become much more a real healthcare, that is empowering the individual, empowering the caregivers, empowering the family members, empowering the doctors and all of them. So it is no more, that we talk about going to seek health only when we are totally ill. We would like to see how we can keep ourselves well. That is, wellness is very important aspect now. And it is now everybody would have realized by now, the COVID has taught us all a very good lesson. If you have non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, or you have COPD, you are the one who is going to be vulnerable to this particular infection. And, the infection rate is also going to be high and all that, right? So this is sort of a lesson which this virus has taught us. And now people have started to realize the more importance of wellness and also prevention. So preventive care, wellness, and then the treatment or therapy, this entire gamut forms our healthcare. So this is a big area we are now trying to address. So having said that, we find that even just if you are taking the sick care itself, we didn't have adequate resources. We have very, very few doctors and, equipment or hospitals and all that. Like, for example, I work with ophthalmology a little bit and also with nephrology. We see that there are 20,000 ophthalmologists for this country of 1.3 billion population. Most of them, will need one or the other form of eye care at some point in time, maybe at 40 years or maybe at 60 years, or some of those unlucky ones right from the time they are born. So it is such a vital thing. And imagine if 20,000 eye doctors have to treat or serve this huge population. So this is a big, big, big challenge what we have. The same holds good for other ologies as well. And we say that only 10% of those who need this sort of healthcare is getting the needed treatment. So basically, still have 90% untouched, 90% who have been deprived of basic thing in life like health. So how do we manage this? This is the challenge. And this is the opportunity, I would say. For those who are joining IIHMR, this is a huge opportunity. Technologies have also come very handy now. We see telemedicine, basically cellular networks. We have the 3Gs, the 4Gs, and 5G coming soon, through which, we are in a position to be connected, reach the people wherever they are. And with that, we are seeing a huge, huge opportunity. Cloud enabling is another big opportunity which we see. So digitization of healthcare is one of the mantras which we are all going to experience and also see. During this COVID, I'm sure, a lot of you would have seen COVID app. And it looks like yet another app, but you should see that what is the type of service it is offering. So that way, we see that automatic generation of certificates, scheduling the vaccination, geo-enabled, so it will automatically find which is the place nearer to you. And also, it is attaching that to your passport. So tomorrow when you want to travel, it is just so easy. So that way it is really, I would say that this is a marvelous thing. I've been also working in another, like in German, some universities and also in Netherlands. And they're all astonished to see that in India, you have all these sort of things. So that way, it is an opportunity for us in India. We have always done this. We have always surprised the world through our IT, through our computer science and all these things. I'm sure, today, even in healthcare, we will be the ones who will lead this and we will also provide this service to the rest of the world. But then we have our own inherent problems like, shortage of resources. And that is where I would say that we can apply the concept of more from less. Okay, how can you get more from less? Because that is something which we need to do. And all our frugal innovation techniques and all our optimization techniques. And in IIHMR, you are going to really see a lot of work you will do on optimization of resources for healthcare delivery. And that is going to become a very important thing. I used to always think that this is only relevant to India. But then when I talk to my counterparts in other countries, they say that, oh, even in our country, we need this. Who doesn't want high quality at low cost, right? So that is the thing what we can do with our optimization of workflows, optimization of resources, optimization of all the needed facilities. And telemedicine and all that becomes very useful And underlying thing is electronic medical records. The world has been trying to implement this for the last 30 years, but it had never taken off. But there are so many things attached to it, like your privacy, all these sort of things, payments, and so many things. So people don't want to disclose their health information, and they are always skeptical about it. But today, if you see, for remote delivery, for home care, and all that, we need to have this sort of a thing. And no better time than now that COVID has actually driven us all towards that. So the electronic medical records, I'm sure, is going to take off in a very big way. And that is where, we can ride on that and do all these wonderful things in healthcare management. So these are some of the things I thought I would like to share with you all. And I would like to congratulate again IIHMR for successfully bringing out so many batches of eminent students who have now been serving in various capacities. And I see that you will be making a lot of contribution to the world and to this field of healthcare through this wonderful education. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your experience in the field.
Now it is the moment to welcome our guest of honor of the day, Mr. Kaustubh Basu. Mr. Kaustubh Basu is an executive director in the management consulting practice of PricewaterhouseCoopers, India, and leads the firm's consulting work in public health. Over the past 22 years, he has worked on complex and transformational programs from policy to implementation in over 15 countries for a range of international development, finance institutions, national and regional governments, non-profit organizations, and philanthropic institutions, and the private sector. He holds a postgraduate degree from the London School of Economics and Political Science. I'm delighted and would like to invite him to share his knowledge and experience with us.
Thank you very much. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my Wi-Fi. So if Harish, if you can hear me, can you just raise your hand, please? Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Gupta. I've seen your hand as well. Always a difficult task to come after somebody as eminent as Dr. Rao. And makes you wonder what additional value you can add in a little talk, but I'll do my best. So first of all, let me add to the welcome of all the students, class of 2023. What awaits you over the next 2 years is a fantastic journey. It's a journey of discovery. It's a journey of shared experience. It's a journey of learning, but hopefully also skilling with a view to addressing and dealing with real world challenges and issues.
Hello, sir.
I think all of you are joining at a time of unprecedented challenges. And let me sort of try and lay these out without sounding too gloomy. I think if you look across the world, I mean, climate change clearly has emerged as a very critical area. And this is not just something that impacts the weather, but it has clear ramifications and implications on global health. We have seen the impact of rising temperatures, the changes in disease patterns as a result of that. And as we go forward, unless serious action is taken, I think it is likely to remain a sticky problem. We've also seen an increase in migration, and some of the migration being forced, some of the migration being again climate-led, and as a result of this movement of people across the world, what is happening is diseases which were hitherto hidden in certain areas or not prevalent in certain geographies are beginning to emerge. And I think again this is likely to pose a significant challenge as we move forward. needless to say, pandemics, obviously the recent COVID pandemic has clearly challenged health systems across the world, be it in developing or developed countries. And we are looking at unprecedented developments, not just in vaccine technologies, but in delivery systems, in strengthening the pillars of healthcare systems as well. What we're also seeing is a significant amount of infrastructure degradation, and this cuts across cities, it cuts across transportation infrastructure and assets. In many countries, for instance, like the US, a lot of these assets were created decades ago. And these assets now need replacement, they need renewal. And the more these get delayed, I think add to the challenges that we face. If you look at city infrastructure, civic infrastructure, the quality of networks of water, sewerage, so on and so forth, again, degradation there has impacts and ramifications on public health. And of course, there are issues around financing. There are limited budgets chasing large problems. And I think business models, I think the way we raise finance, I think the traditional approaches of going to conventional lenders of finance, all of that has changed. We now have new instruments, looking at impact financing. We have results-based financing tools and instruments coming in. In India, we have CSR, albeit that's quite a drop in the ocean. But there are new models of financing coming in as well. And of course, service quality, whether it is in healthcare or other areas, continues to be a significant challenge. But this is also time of fantastic opportunity. If you look at some of the technological developments happening, and of course, industry, we keep talking about Industry 4.0, but what does it really mean for us on the ground? How can these technologies be applied to improving the quality of services, whether it is, again, in healthcare, civic services, or other services? And I think technology is moving forward in leaps and bounds, and I think it is incumbent on managers to make sure that we are able to assess these technologies carefully, make sure that they are embedded within delivery systems in a manner which can optimize outcomes and impacts. But of course, these breakthroughs are not simply in the world of science and technology. There are new business models which are emerging. If you look at the traditional models of the public and private sector coming together, we now have models which also include a very strong element of community participation. How can these models be better crafted so that there are adequate incentives for all stakeholders to come together, at the same time manage risks? I think in the world of PPPs, we're also seeing a lot of innovation happening within smaller innovator groups. And I think the traditional models of crafting these partnerships probably needs to be relooked at. If you look at these innovators, you'll find that their risk appetite, at least to start with, may be significantly lower than larger and traditional players. How can we make sure that contracts are structured in a way that these innovators can be quickly brought on board, because they carry a lot of very, very interesting frugal innovations with them. And indeed, going forward, they may well play a very, very critical role in the way we deliver care services. So I think while there are significant challenges, I think that these are exciting times and a great time to be on a university campus. University campuses, we've long debated sort of hotbeds of innovation, learning, sharing, and so on and so forth. But I think in the pandemic age, as it were, I think models of learning have also adapted very quickly to some of these challenges that we faced. So to all the students, I think a few suggestions, and this is going back to the time I was at university, which is many years ago, but also over the course of the last 25 odd years that I've been visiting various campuses, including at the IIHMR, visiting various campuses, and looking at some of the core skills and competencies that you perhaps need to think about. I think the first would be uh, to look beyond a very narrow view of your own subject. I think try and expand your horizons, take advantage of the whole range of opportunities, academic opportunities you get on campus. Explore different courses, different programs, interact and talk to each other. Use the learning facilities that are there uh, on campus and at universities, and now I think a lot of that is getting digitized. Think about how you can learn from each other as student groups. I think I've found that some of the most exciting ways of learning is to constantly challenge each other, and you'll find that these are real life skills. Once you leave university, you join the world of work. A lot of the work happens in teams, so the ability to come together, bring complementary skills, work together as a team, and deliver as a team is going to be very, very critical. Um, I think soft skills is something which we often tend to sort of overlook. I think the whole focus remains on technical capability and technical skills. And again, as a recruiter, this is often something that I've had to grapple with, where individuals come in with very strong technical capability, but the ability to articulate one's learning, think logically, express an argument logically, look at different options, weigh different options. I think some of these soft skills are often not given the importance. So I would again encourage all of you, take advantage of whatever opportunity you get to hone and sharpen those soft skills, as these are things that will really help set you up in life. And I think finally, be curious. Um, I think the window of learning never shuts. Even when you join the world of work, I think curiosity is one thing which drives you forward and really helps set you up for professional success. Read beyond your immediate curriculum. Look for developments that are happening in different parts of the world. Think about how some of those developments could be adapted to a developing country context. I think again, this is a very, very important strand which will continue beyond your course. So these are some of the things which I would suggest that as students you may want to think about. Again, welcome. A fantastic journey lies ahead of you, and all the very best for the next 2 years and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such inspiring words. And you'll be a role model for upcoming managers like us.
I feel proud to invite our next speaker, Dr. C.S. Kedar. Dr. C.S. Kedar, with 34 years of experience, retired as Additional Chief Secretary, 1979 IAS batch of Karnataka. In this capacity, he rolled out the biggest IT project, Khazana, completely digitizing the financial transaction of government. He was instrumental in revamping CGHS, which is Central Government Health Scheme, and as Director General, ESI Corporation, handled health insurance and health service provision to 62 million Indians. He also served as a bureau member of International Social Security Association, ISSA, an advisory body to ILO, and member in this working group on occupational health, safety, and rehabilitation. As mentor of India for IAS Academy, he guides candidates aspiring to join civil services. Sir, please enlighten us with your insightful knowledge and wisdom on this special day.
Thank you, Suraksha. You made me feel very humbled. I didn't know that I had so many things to my credit. I think Usha now should excuse me from keynote address, because when she was lighting the lamp, they were praying for Ganapati. Ganapati was behind me. I brought Ganapati. So now I should be given 80% exemption from giving the keynote. So I'll be giving only 20% to the keynote. So anyhow, after two great speakers speaking, I don't think I would be left with anything to say about it. But one thing I would like to tell you, you are now joining the studentship, and please enjoy the journey. Trying to arrive rather than arrive at. Because I felt that when I was preparing for civil services, after I touched it, I missed that. So please enjoy your time. That's the thing. And all achievements, I tell you, my dear students, is 90% hard work, 10% luck. Of course, that luck is also placed to those people who work really hard. I am presuming that there are two types of schools or colleges or IIHMRs, institutes like IIHMR. Those institutions which prepare students to accept the opportunities when it comes to them. I consider them as good. But if the institution creates students who look out for the challenges, because opportunities knock on your door, as everybody says, opportunities knock on your door, you open it at the right time. Yes, that may be taught, but challenges don't come and knock on your door. You must go out, seek out the challenge and face it. I hope, or I presume that if IIHMR prepares you to go and look for challenges and face it, rather than wait for an opportunity to come to you, probably IIHMR would have done a very great justice to the batch 21 to 23. In fact, before I speak a few words, I would like to request Harish and Suraksha. Possibly now, whenever you go out, or your friends of the senior batch go out, and they see in any hospital or tech sector regarding health or any pharmacy or pharmaceutical company, when they go there and they see something which has not been taught in IIHMR, your immediate job is to call back Dr. Usha and tell that this is not, or this was not taught to us. So it becomes the responsibility of Usha to immediately cover that subject, tell you first, and include it in the syllabus. In fact, we will be grateful to all the students if you add value to your institution by keeping your eyes open. Kaustubh said like that, you keep your eyes open, look out what are all there, what is already happening, right? Daring is something that I'll come. In fact, one of the things that I have noticed in my various postings in the health sector, if you feel that health sector in India is a problem, if you look at NHS in UK, maybe Dr. Shyam will be agreeing more than that, it is reeking. In elective operations where interventions are elective, it takes years in the waiting list. So NHS is not able to meet. In fact, several NHS people fly into India and get some operation and go out. If you look at US, one presidential election, Obama versus, Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton, the election issue itself was health insurance. People were struggling. What is the best scheme to deliver health to the people? In fact, Trump said that he's going to bash the Obama healthcare moment he comes to power. Fortunately, universal health insurance boss is my nephew. He said that he couldn't even touch because there was no other alternative. USA is as helpless or maybe more helpless than UK. So if you look at various countries, their health systems have a problem. So this is a global problem. So when you are looking at it, you please look at that you are not alone. When you are looking at solution, look at global solutions. You can give a lot of global solution. Right. Coming towards India. India itself has islands of where health system is good. We have also islands where it is totally dark islands, area of darkness. We have national health issues. We have local health issues. We have regional issues which are not always common. In fact, disease profile of India itself, if somebody prepares a disease profile map, that itself looks very, very, this one. In fact, this was said by, not by me, but by Dr. Devi Shetty. He was saying that the next revolution in the healthcare will not come from doctors, will not come from medical devices. In fact, he said that devices, etc., is not. The next revolution in health sector is going to come not from Western countries, but from India, but from IT. Maybe later on I will share it with Usha, his small video clipping, she can share. So you have umpteen challenges and you have solutions you can design for a local area and you can do it for India as well as global. So please keep your eyes open and ensure that IIHMR is a premier institution, not because it has good bricks, not because it has good furniture provided by Dr. Gupta ji. An institution is as good as the material it has, and that material is students. Definitely, I am not denying that faculty does play, but it is the students who have given name to all our top institutions. If you look at it, is the students who deliver. Okay, my request to all of you. In fact, Professor Shedgopan, who is also now part of IIHMR, I am sure that 21 to 23 batch and especially 22 batch, you must know how to misuse him. I always feel that good people should be misused. Dr. Sham is also with us. Please misuse him. If we don't misuse good people, we will not do anything. Professor Shedgopan always is highly friendly with me for only one simple reason. I dare to dream. At 70, I dream like a 17-year-old man. And you are all in 17, I hope, maybe 21st, 23, 24. You must dare to dream. If not all of you, most of you should be daring to dream. Find out where there are challenges. Prepare your own solutions. Work on it. From IIHMR, I don't want people to settle for some cozy job where you get all your salaries, pension, and an assured job. No. I would be happy if most of you start your own venture. Dr. Sham is your ideal. So, and you keep him as your model, you all venture out. If you don't dare to dream, India will not succeed. Health is going to be a major issue for decades to come. And I hope that solutions emerge from IIHMR and from students of IIHMR. And as how much government does the efforts, but I have a feeling that the next decade is the decade of startups. And the startups are going to deliver services in a very, very major way. And it has started already happening, not that it's not, but today is a trickle, but IIHMR should make it into a floods. Let it not stop as a trickle. I wish you all the best, and I'm looking forward to meet you. Maybe if COVID gives some space, I'd love to interact with students. And as Dr. Shah was saying, I also would love to join as a student, but I think Gupta ji will not give admission. Both of us will not clear the entrance exam, Dr. Shah. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Have a wonderful life ahead. And All my greetings to you. Let's meet. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivational speech, and you're such an inspiration to us.
Now, let me share with you about our beloved Trustee Secretary, IIHMR Society, Dr. S.D. Gupta. Dr. Shivdat Gupta is a renowned public health professional with MD and a doctorate in epidemiology, accomplished academician and researcher. Sir is known for his outstanding contribution in the field of public health, hospital and health management, health systems evaluation. He is the longest serving president of IIHMR University and director, World Health Organization Collaborating Center for District Health Systems, president of Southeast Asia Regional Office, and research advisor to ICMR. I would like to request Sir to share your views and address the gathering.
Please close the door.
Sir, we are waiting forward to hear from you, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm really honored to be in the company of so eminent people, Dr. Shyam Vasudev Rao, Kaustav Vasu, and our Kedar Shastriji. It's a real pleasure to be with you. And coming in of Dr. Shyam Vasudev Rao today, and also Kaustav Vasu, is something that we were thinking of, and they are there. IIHMR Bangalore has just started working on with Dr. Sastri as well as Professor Sadagopan to start higher education programs in information technology management in healthcare. So it's very nice to have you with us, sir, and look forward to working with you on our new ideas of information technology applications in healthcare. So we are very happy, and let me welcome you today in this important ceremony while we are welcoming our new students today. I also welcome our director, Dr. Usha Manjunath, and faculty, and more importantly, our dear students and their parents today at this inaugural ceremony. At the outset, I would like to congratulate all new students starting this year in the postgraduate program in hospital and health management today. It's a beginning of professional life today, and I would like to congratulate that you have, for the right decision that you have taken to choose career in healthcare management and choosing IIHMR South Bangalore for your further studies. I think it will be appropriate I should share with you the institution that you have joined carries a great legacy of introducing a new discipline of health management and hospital management in this part of the world and across the world. And perhaps this is the largest program in the world where close to 300 students every year graduate in hospital and health management. And you also will take pride in this, that IIHMR Group has produced more than 4,000 management graduates in this niche area of hospital and health management. Producing new graduates, new human resources, not a big deal. As I was hearing that if you are happy with a cushy job, making good money is not our objective. Our objective is to change. Our objective is to transform. And this is what we started thinking in 1995 when we started this 2-year postgraduate program at Jaipur campus. And we started thinking of it in 1984 when IIHMR itself was conceptualized. And at that time, it was something that people thought what we are talking about. There's nothing like it, what we are talking. But I must share with you, your predecessors, the students who graduated from IIHMRs and the faculty have done a great job and brought this great name to the institution. What I was trying to tell you is not only preparing this new generation. The generation is now no more new because our first graduate in management of hospitals and healthcare came out in 1998. So this is no more a new generation, but they have risen to the CEO levels. They are heading many institutions. Some of them have turned entrepreneurs, created hospital chains, startups, and their own consulting. And many of them have become part of private consulting groups, international groups like PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, and others. Several of them have joined UN and development partners across the world. Many who are now working in US and UK and many other countries. Many of them have gone to Middle East. But what they have done, I'm not trying to tell you what opportunities you have. I'm going to tell you what we dreamed in 1984, our dreams have come true. Our students have transformed the very concept of managing healthcare and hospitals. It's totally transformed. And this is what we were dreaming for. This is what we were longing for. What I'm trying to bring to you is that you are joining a group of professionals who have changed, who have brought change in all the adversities. You may, I think you should keep this lesson and make a note of it. Change is always resisted. And you have to learn to manage that change so that you succeed in what you want to do. So when our first batch came out, they were very worried. And they were asking me, sir, what is going to happen with us? No, okay, don't worry about it. Let us set up this discipline and let's begin with it. And don't worry about your job. I can get you a job in a phone call. But that is not the issue. The issue is we have to put forth a new discipline and create need for the professionally trained managers and leaders in healthcare management. That's what. So job is not a problem, and it is never a problem in IIHMR system. The thing is what role you plan to play in the society. How do you transform? So this is what we are looking for. And I would like to endorse what Mr. Sastry and Mr. Costa Basu have said, that it is beyond academic world what we need. We need to create people who have values, and they create values for themselves. They are already established values, and they follow those values and stand out. They have already indicated what is required by the industry or by the profession while they go for recruiting. I have also been recruiting for so many years. What we look forward? Okay, knowledge is very good. But what we look for? We look forward. Are you willing to learn? Do you have the willingness to work together? How is your behavior? How do you conduct yourself? And what do you think of future? There's all, and there are many things. We look at how efficient are you in communication and how good are you in handling data. These are some of the things we look at. But this data handling may be learned. Knowledge can be created. But being a good human being, respect people with dignity and respect, and your own colleagues. These are some of the values that you have to carry with them. We assure you that we will provide best of the experience at IIHMR. We have been doing for years and we have a lot of experience now with us and this is in fact IIHMR system has become one of the values that we created was that it should harmonize Indian society. So the students in IIHMRs come from at least 25 states. From Northeast, Arunachal to Kutch, Gujarat, and from Kashmir to Kerala. That's how we look for. So we are trying that we transform, we change, and we create new India. For that, we need young generation to prepare itself. They should have willingness to learn. They should have willingness to change rather than resisting change and change others. So rather than searching for a job, create jobs, be a job creator. So it's not possible that somebody creates job for you. I think we need to create jobs ourselves. I mean to say you people who now the challenges that we and this need for meeting the challenges and preparing ourselves are very much highlighted now because of this pandemic we are going through. Everybody is asking question. Nobody thought that the second wave will be so harsh. And now everyone wants to know how the third wave will be and when it will be and who will be affected most. Another question that people are asking now, which vaccine I should go? Is this vaccine effective? How many people we should vaccinate so that we can avoid the third wave? Now all this is possible to predict. But the time is very different. We need to have such skills to making projections and predictions for future. We have to change ourselves. The whole teaching technology, learning technologies have been changed in the last 1.5 years. And we do not know which one is more effective, but definitely the traditional way of classroom teaching, we always felt close contact with the students was much more helpful. But this is what we have to. So people used to ask me, what are you doing? And what is your business, Dr. Gupta? What do you do? What are you doing with your MD and PhD in this area? I said, I'm in the business of creating new knowledge. I'm in the business of creating new human resources and a new generation, preparing new generation. So people used to call me as a crazy man. I worked a person who had good professional career in the medical world and with such degree in epidemiology from most famous university. What I'm doing, why I've got into institution building and building human resources in this country. I must honestly confess this. You have to have the ability to see the future for yourself and also for the population or the country where you are. Or now we talk about global health, the world. So the future is really will be very different. I recall when I joined public health in 1973-74, it was very different what it is now. In last 45, 47 years, it's altogether changed. The needs of people have changed. The disease burden patterns have changed. We used to see high maternal deaths. We used to see high infant mortality. We used to see high neonatal mortality. The infections were very common, like typhoid, cholera, many other infections. TB still continues to be. And then we faced a new disease, HIV, AIDS. So so it has, and now after 1990, this health transition or epidemiologic transition and demographic transition that started and that is prolonged. And as a result of that, we have changing disease burden patterns. So we have more of chronic and non-communicable diseases like diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, cancers, or deaths due to road traffic injuries and accidents. All that is happening. And this transition will be continuing. But our health systems and hospitals are prepared for what? Primary health care. So we have to either change the definition of primary health care or change the role of primary health centers and health systems, the entire health system, to cater to the changed needs. That's a new challenge that we are going to face, or rather facing. Our rural area doesn't have facilities for diabetes detection and management, for hypertension, or for CVDs, or cerebrovascular accidents, and many others. So we have to change the system. We have to change the whole constellation of services and the mechanism of delivery of services or implementing programs. So that is something that we need to really work on. The delivery systems have to be changed. The health systems have to be really aligned to the changing health needs. Health technologies have now further transformed healthcare. And if we have persons like Sham Rao ji and Sadgopan and Kedar Shastri, this health technology will be very much part of healthcare. And we do not know, we just cannot foresee what will be the nature of technology that will be coming in. But we know the broad groups like diagnostics or treatment or data analytics, how we can predict the future or the prognosis of the disease. Similarly, this information technology has come in a big way. I can share with you, I don't know whether you know about it or not, but this CoWIN app is one of the greatest innovations for implementing a program. On a stroke of one key, you can get information. How many people have been vaccinated? There was a lot of resistance against COVID. They kept on telling about the difficulties, glitches coming in COVID. But now see, it's going to be part of green passport if you travel. You need to have a certificate with you, and nobody can manipulate that certificate because now it is online. It's with the unique ID, and it is also MR coding done, and you can download your certificate. You don't have to run here and there to get a certificate of vaccination. If you travel, then you require a certificate that you are fully vaccinated. But that is what this app is. So this is one simple example of how people resisted this. My own fraternity, I'm talking about medical professionals. They used to say, hey, this is an extra additional burden and why we are bothering about. Why we should, this is rather, obstructing our speed. This is what they used to say. But anyway, we have learned a great lesson that the immunization programs can be done with such a pace. More than 50 crore people have been immunized, and we have record of every single person. And every single person can download this certificate immediately on their mobile. So that is a kind of thing. So we should see that information technology makes it much more easier. And in the time of, you may come across this. I think I have given a longer speech than the desired, but I thought I should tell you the legacy and what we should face in the coming time. So the information technology and already higher education programs there. I got interested these days in a new science called implementation science. I think this young generation must learn implementation. The sustainable development goals and universal health coverage, what Costa G was talking about, making services accessible, available at an affordable price. The rising cost is the biggest challenge. So the affordability of healthcare will be something that what very important is transforming systems, transforming services, which we have to prepare it for future requirements. We are still not ready, I must say. We are a big country. We have a huge network. We have a huge human resources. But changing from one system, a disease burden that we are facing, new challenges that are coming in, and I did not refer to climate change, which is going to be a very serious problem. Preparing our systems, preparing our people to deal with these problems in this decade itself. It's not far off. You must be ready. Great thing that IIHMR does is we prepare people not only with new knowledge and in-depth knowledge, but we produce students with competencies and skills that are required. So that is where this is the unique and very different, I would say, the quality of IIHMR graduates. They are ready to work on day one after graduation. So look forward to you a great experience at IIHMR. Remember, you are going to spend your very important time of life in learning knowledge, new knowledge, as well as learning new skills. And the profession in which you are now going to work is basically around healthcare or health of the people. So try to see what is this healthcare and what is the environment around in which you are going to work and prepare yourself. Faculty will help you to prepare you for the health ecosystem in the coming time. So fully utilize your 2 years here and contribute to institutional development, build a culture, develop a rich student life on the campus, and help each other in learning and sustaining. Best of luck, I would say, and best wishes for your success with IIHMR. Thank you very much. Welcome once again. And I would like to thank Dr. Shamrao, Mr. Professor Vasu, and Kedar Shastriji for being with us this afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such insights and thought-provoking words.
I know, guys, there have been a lot of insightful speeches till now, but just wait and watch. We have a short cultural rejoice ahead from one of your batchmates Dr. Soumya Snehi, performing a classical fusion on Ganesh Vandana, followed by your senior Mr. Neeraj Nagasantosh on the tabla performance, Dr. Nitya Verma performing a classical fusion dance, and Mr. Piyush Srivastava singing a song.
Give us a few minutes and we are about to start it. Just certain few tech difficulties.
गणनायकाय गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय हौसला कैसे झुके, ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके, ये हौसला कैसे झुके, ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके। मंजिल मुश्किल तो क्या, धुंधला साहिल तो क्या, तन्हा ये दिल तो क्या। राह पे कांटे बिखरे अगर, उस पर तो फिर भी चलना ही है। ये शाम छुपा ले सूरज मगर, रात को एक दिन ढलना ही है। रुत ये टल जाएगी, हिम्मत रंग लाएगी, सुबह फिर आएगी। ये हौसला कैसे झुके, ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके, ये हौसला कैसे झुके, ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके। होगी हमें जो रहमत अदा, धूप कटेगी साए तले, अपनी खुदा से है ये दुआ, मंजिल लगा ले हमको गले। ज़रूरत सौ बार रहे, ऊंचा इकरार रहे, जिंदा हर प्यार रहे। ये हौसला कैसे झुके, ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके, ये हौसला कैसे झुके, ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके।
नैनो वाले ने ओ
It is wonderful to see the fresh talent at our campus, and we are eager to see you all in person.
On this occasion, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our Associate Dean Training, Mr. Piyush Kumar. Mr. Piyush Kumar has 15 years of rich experience in the healthcare industry, strategic consulting, hospital projects, operation management, and digital healthcare solutions. He has gained international experience while managing more than 250 research and consulting project assignments across Middle East, South Asia, and North Africa in the areas of healthcare delivery, medical technology, digital healthcare, pharmaceuticals, home healthcare, e-pharmacies, wellness, and allied healthcare. With heartfelt wishes to all, I kindly invite our Associate Dean Training, Mr. Piyush Kumar, to deliver the vote of thanks.
What a graceful and a memorable day this is, welcoming fresh energies into the healthcare system. A very warm good afternoon to our most valued guests, worthy faculty members, our management team, and above all, our most beloved students. As we come to the end of this lively gathering, first, I would like to extend my thanks to the Almighty. May all we stay safe. On behalf of the institution and the audience, I extend a hearty vote of thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Shyam Vasudev Rao, founder and director, Forest Healthcare. Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time from your busy schedule to grace this occasion and sharing the valuable and wise words with us. Further, a big thank you for our guest of honor, Mr. Kaustuv Basu, Executive Director, Management Consulting, PwC. Thank you, sir, for honoring this ceremony with your inspirational thoughts and encouragement of our students. I would like also to thank our keynote speaker, Dr. C.S. Kedar, former Director General, ESIC, Member of Governing Board and Senior Advisor, IIHMR Bangalore. Sir, your words are always a source of inspiration and motivation for us. Thank you, sir. A special thanks to our mentor, Dr. S.D. Gupta, Trustee Secretary, IIHMR Society. Thank you, sir, for your continuous guidance and support. I would also like to thank our Director, Madam, Dr. Usha Manjunath, Director, IIHMR Bangalore. Ma'am, this program could not have been complete without your presence and inspiring words. Events like this cannot happen overnight. They need to be planned meticulously. For this, I would like to thank our academic team for planning and organizing this event, and our all faculty member for extending their full cooperation on making this event a success. We are fortunate enough to be backed up by a very dedicated and motivated administration team, IT team, our library staff, and other staff members who work tirelessly to support this event. Finally, a big thank you and a warm welcome to our wonderful students who have joined us today, and I wish them all the best. Dream big, work hard, believe in yourself, and never quit. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. I now request all of you to come live on video for a group photo remembering this grand event.
Now I request all the first year students to raise your hands and then come online. This is indeed a memorable and an important day to all of you first years. We proudly welcome you to the IIHMR family. It is on this glorious occasion that I heartfelt welcome you to our family and hoping forward to learn a lot and share a lot with you.
I request all the students to kindly enable your camera. It will take few minutes.
Dear freshers, we would all be glad to see all of you. So come online, come alive. You all guys are here on this Zoom soon on our campus from all around the country, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Welcome all of you. It is indeed a time to see all your batchmates too. We request Mr. Arun to take a group shot.
Yeah, I'm just starting, Harish. Yeah, smile, please. Thank you all.
I request all of you to kindly raise up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
We conclude this event by thanking each and everyone for making this event a grand success. Hoping forward towards an amazing experience for all of the new members of the IIHMR family. Thank you and have a great day.